CI team of SDO Batangas Province is pleased to present to you our CI project, the 2EMOOES or Effective Evaluation of Maintenance and Other Operating Expenses Subsidy in our division. There is a great impact in the result of this project. Evaluation process of liquidation documents was shortened to 43 days. Before, it took an average of 87.5 days to finish the process. According to Arland Gilbert, if we accept tough jobs and weigh them with love and interest, miracle will happen. You know, my dear friends in the academe, performing and accomplishing every detail of a CI project is really a tough task. From getting organized to implementing solutions is a no joke. The spirit of the team's commitment and interest is being enlivened when we observe the progress and positive effect of the solutions being carried out in order to improve the MOOE liquidation process in our division. Since all schools are dependent on MOOE subsidy for their operation, it is deemed necessary for us to pay foremost attention in the efficient service as far as evaluation of MOOE paper is concerned. SDO Batangas is composed of 724 schools, elementary and secondary, more than 10,000 teaching personnel, and 179 SDO personnel. Considering the size of DepEd Batangas, we, the pioneer CI team of Batangas, came up with this project, 2EMOOES, to ensure timely downloading of and efficient evaluation of MOOE of all schools. Focused on resource management, Project 2EMOOES is guided by this objective: to implement and monitor the efficient management of physical and fiscal resources pursuant to transparent, ethical, accountable, or T-governance. MOOE receives one of the biggest part in educational budget aside from teachers' salary and other benefits. Hopefully, this would hit the best solution so as to ensure the timely downloading of MOOE subsidy. In the case of SDO Batangas, it took an average of 87.5 days to finish the evaluation process as against 30 standard processing days. This was during the fourth quarter of 2015 before the CI team commenced our project. Legally speaking, MOOE subsidy must be released to school 15 days after the submission of the necessary documents for cash advance. Besides, 30 days is the standard average number of days in a complete liquidation process. Records available from the accounting section reveal that only 19,474,849 was liquidated to schools as against 39,285,000 total MOOE allocation for the fourth quarter of 2015. Thus, school operation is truly affected. Almost 50% of the total allocation was not downloaded on time. This led to our realization that the process of liquidation requires intervention for continuous improvement.
With reference to the old structure as well as the process of checking and evaluating MOOE documents submitted by the school heads, there really is a sudden change with the inception of Project 2EMOOES. The accounting section now follows the new scheme. Since we started implementing the new scheme, there had been a difference. In the old evaluation process, documents of 233 schools had been evaluated by the bookkeepers in 93.5 days. Then, documents of only 21 schools had been evaluated in 17 days. After the implementation of the project, documents of 180 schools had been evaluated by the bookkeepers in 53.5 days, and then the documents evaluated within the prescribed period of 30 days increased from 21 to 74 but evaluated in 18 days. As a whole, evaluation per se has resulted to an average of 43 days only as compared to the previous average of 87.5 days. We can see now the improvement. This, however, does not stop here. We went back and interviewed the persons involved in the process. Speaking on the extent of effectiveness of our CI project, let's watch this.
Under the CI project of Batangas CI team, we noticed an improvement on the number of schools who submitted the liquidation report on time.
Yun pong policy sa amin na wala pong NCA or cash na maglalaps at the end of every quarter, na-meet na po namin yun.
Gusto talaga natin maibigay sa kanila yung tamang MOOE, maliquidate nila ng tama, at magastos nila ng tamang-tama.
Before, there are 21 schools that liquidated their MOE subsidy within 30 days. And now, it became 74. And the average number of days from 17, it became 18. However, the number of schools increased.
Based on my experience dun sa aking first quarter, umabot lang siya ng 3 araw.
Dahil meron na po ngayong receiving, may follow-up section at may mga evaluators po tayo.
Salamat sa CI project kasi mas naging mabilis na sistema yung liquidation ng MOE.
Doon naman po sa restructuring, mas maganda din po ang naging resulta dun sa mga employees kasi nakafocus po sila dun sa kanilang mga trabaho.
Dati po is 21 schools na na-check namin. Pero ngayon po is nadodoble na po namin yung na-evaluate naming papers. Kasi po wala na pong interruption.
May mastery of titas. Alam ko na yung mga requirements na bibigay sa kanila. Pag kulang mga binibigay nila sa akin, tinuturo ko.
Fulfilling kasi wala na po akong take-home na trabaho. Unlike before na uuwi pa sir kami ng mga work para lang ma-meet yung deadline.
Wala na po akong na-encounter na nagrereklamo na hindi po agad na-checkan ang kanilang liquidation.
Nagkakameron po kami ng quality time sa aming family and friends.
Maganda naman po yung effect ng CI kasi alam po namin na hindi po dapat kung ano yung nakasanayan namin, mag-stick na kami doon. Andun yung principle, then kung ano po yung applicable sa mga araw na ganito, idadagdag po namin yon para lahat po ay mabigyan natin ng magandang serbisyo.
This is how we commence. We listen to the voice of the customers through focus group discussions and interview on January 20, 2016 at the Division Conference Room. After knowing the needs and wants, we conducted the survey through questionnaire to 254 respondents to further validate the results of the FGD. This 254 number of respondents was obtained using Slovin's formula with 5% margin of error. As a result, there were two significant issues surfaced. These were the delayed release of cash advance and the delayed checking of the liquidation documents. The CI team coordinated with the process owner so that we would become conversant on the current process of evaluation. As reflected on the current SIPOC, there are 4 sub-processes under the main process, which is the quarterly MOOE subsidy liquidation process. We analyzed the different divides and issues that contribute to 87.5 average days of evaluation process. We extracted the specific activity where storm clouds frequently occur.
After identifying the priority improvement areas, the team collaboratively analyzed and identified the root causes. The team also carried out root cause validation through focus group discussion and interview. After that, we identified the 5 primary root causes. These are the same-day submission of liquidation documents, incapacitated designated TIC and OIC, unbalanced workload distribution, insufficient number of personnel in other sections, and request was not made and submitted to the LGU. Then we crafted intervention and solutions. So to address the issue on outsourcing of non-essential work of accounting section, the school's division office hired 10 employees through job order. To realize the technical division of labor, the accounting section was restructured in the new scheme. 4 significant subsections were created. The receiving section, which logs and tracks the documents. The evaluation section that checks completeness and necessary attachments for liquidation. The follow-up section, which is responsible in communicating with the school heads regarding the status of documents. And the posting section that records liquidation to journal. We conducted capacity building with the school heads on April 27, 2016. We also devised MOOE liquidation handbook that includes guidelines on liquidation, checklist of requirements, and simple accounting forms. We frequently monitor and track the performance of each subsection on daily basis. Since all MOOE documents must only be submitted to the receiving section, we noticed that the school heads overcrowd that specific area. Such finding has paved a way for us to devise another scheme, the numbering scheme. This became more effective for a smooth and fast transaction between personnel assigned in the receiving section and the school heads submitting the liquidation documents.
After carefully performing a stratified step-by-step procedure for the project, we realized that we can do big things from little things. We have felt the sense of urgent move during the assess stage, wherein the voice of the customers require immediate response. On the analyze stage, we have experienced tough and faint scrutiny on the process. Yet, we have came up with salient solutions through cooperation and coordination. We really learned a lot on how to strengthen our solidarity. The sense of fulfillment started when we perceived that the solutions resulted with positive influence to the process and countless satisfaction with the customers on the act stage. Thus, we realized that a call for a total change in the process must be initiated immediately. This project must be embraced by all concerned clientele in the division. Well, for our next move, the CI team planned to formally launch the project. The MOOE handbook that encompasses legal matters on liquidation, general instruction and guidelines, and sample accounting forms shall be distributed to all elementary and secondary schools in the division. Regular monitoring of the project implementation shall be carried out. Culminating program and signing of commitment chart will conclude the CI cycle. Consequently, this shall signify the meaningful beginning of continuous improvement in the division of Batangas. The CI team Batangas really believed that tough jobs could be successfully realized if we would weigh them with the principles of love for work, service above self, and commence with commitment and dedication. With that, maraming salamat po sa inyong pakikinig. At this point, may I introduce to you the CI team of Batangas Province Division. Our team leader, Mrs. Rosalinda Mendoza. In charge in communications, Mrs. Loretta Ilaw. Our CI scribe, Mr. Mario Maramot. Our CI process observer, Mr. Ramil Hinete. And I am Dr. Marian Arias, in charge in the documentation.